Welcome back, Random Friends. This is Random Friend Squad Podcast. We're on the 9th episode. I'm Bud, and with me is always...
Jason! JS1!
Mike!
Yeah!
9 podcasts, we still don't have it down.
Never. I really don't like. I don't like cats. So any type of cat story you have that is bad, somebody go ahead because.
So you might be the cause of all this. Cats. I'm gonna have to check to see if this is your handwriting.
I like cats.
Later on my notes. All right, so wake up this morning, beautiful morning. Wake up this morning. I walk outside, and I notice that there's some. I don't recall it the cornhole game, Mike. You're the youngest drinking out of a party cup there. Is the game with the wood on each side and there's a hole in it and I throw bean bags and then...
That's
okay.
cornhole.
Or bags.
Okay, so my cornhole game's moved around the side of the house and underneath there is a cat trap. And I'm like irritated because my cats are like outside and they're going to go in said trap. And then... All right, so we have lots of... All right, guys, so we have lots of cats. We have... And some of them are... Okay. I'm already defending myself, but I haven't even gotten the story out. Okay. So we have some cats. A few of them live in the house. They're 8, 9 years old. They've been around for a while. A couple of them just like came hoboing, like with the piece of wood with the like bandana and like. Well, actually, they didn't even have that. They were poor. Or they're like, feed me. So we had been feeding some cats, and then they were kind of abusing the privilege and fighting in the morning and stuff. And I was always worried the neighbors were going to be mad, which apparently they are because. Okay, so flash forward to like I walk outside. I've noticed for the last few days that there's been cats missing, just like not our personal cats, but the other cats that have hoboed on in. They've just been gone, which has kind of been a blessing in disguise because it's just been out of control.
I would be pleasantly surprised about that.
I was like, well, these cats probably need to go, and then all of a sudden they were just gone, and I couldn't figure out where, and they weren't splattered in the street. So I get mad and I take this cage away and I bring it in the house and I'm like, Crystal, I think she was in the shower, and I'm like, look, and I'm like dangling the cat carrier in front of her face and it's got like dried up food flinging everywhere and I'm like, they're trying to catch our cats, and I pretty much kind of knew that it was the park manager. So I slung the cage into the bedroom door. I counted cats and we're short one cat, so I'm sure he got picked up and he's in the clink now. So I'm like, and I'm super angry, and I'm like walking up in the street and like just like all like with my fist looking for somebody to yell at as if I'm any kind of threatening menace to anything. So
did you find the recycle guy to yell at him?
No.
Sorry.
Well, I had to say something about that story. I was playing it back in my head of what I said, and I'm like, dude, man, he was like this high up off the ground on this platform, and he was way up there. And I drove by the store just the other day. Platforms like this high off the ground. Seriously, it was just that high off the ground. I'm like, oh, geez, you're just even that much more of a pussy. So
in your mind, you felt like he was towering.
It was huge, yeah. And I didn't even see the employee in there. I only saw some scrawny guy, so he might have been him. I don't know. So I get in the car, we go to work, and then Crystal calls Jason's mom. And just like, I guess this is what happened. You know, I wasn't there to hear about it. So your mom's calls Bob, and she's like, I got to give him a what for, which I don't know what that means, but you guys say it a lot, or a what because, or a just why, or
my mom does the what for. I'll give you a what for. It's like piece of my mind.
It's time for the what fors. So your mom calls over there. I'm trying to make this story short. Oh my god. Okay, so your mom calls over there, and he's just like, oh, dude, if there's no collars on the cats, then we're catching them. But if there's a collar on the cats, then we'll let them go. And then apparently the feedback is like there was a poll taken in the neighborhood, and it's like, where's all these animals coming from? And everybody pointed at our house.
Oh.
So yeah, like
well, I don't hate cats that much.
So
it was him.
It doesn't matter that
I can make you some cat collars.
Oh, there you go. It doesn't matter that the other neighbors are white trash and drunk and screaming about killing people on their front lawn all the time, but you can't have cats.
What about that dog that runs around all the time?
Yeah, the neighbors have that dog for like years. That the neighbors had a dog that just like lived in the neighborhood. He just like never was in their yard.
Walks around. He's still here. I saw him the other day.
They don't even live there anymore, and that dog's still there.
It's got gray hair. Yeah,
she's like, "Where's my home? I forget."
It's old. It looks incontinent, but it's still walking around, just barking at my tires when I'm trying to drive and stuff. So I'm all angry. So Patty makes it all cool. Like, oh, it's cool. Just put collars on anything that you want not to get scooped up. So I'm like, fine.
Put your name on it.
So then I come home to a note on the door with this this note, this like angry, look, it looks like a demerit, like I'm in school, and it's all
What offense was marked?
Do not tamper with management equipment traps, because I have that trap.
Put your equipment on my property and move my shit around.
Yeah, so I get that, plus like don't forget we'll kick you out if you don't follow the rules thing. And it's all highlighted. It's like you can have one pet per space, and it's all like highlighted, and they want me to sign it and bring it back. And I thought we were cool. Like I thought we were gonna talk about things, but like they just showed up in my backyard, like moving my stuff and putting traps down. So I was super angry. I'm like, those motherfuckers and their stupid piece of shit rules. Why it's not right. We have too many cats. What am I supposed to do, guys?
How are you gonna say one cat? I mean, like, cats need a friend, man. Like, if you've ever had one cat, you know that life is a lot calmer if you've had two cats, because they'll fuck up each other instead of all your shit.
Yep.
Dude, we live in the ghetto. Nobody has one of anything over here. Everybody's got like 12 kids.
Yeah, the people next door have like 2 dogs.
4 credit cards. Yeah.
Yeah,
exactly. They get a new one all the time after they cycle through after they
I think
expire.
That's some freaking bullshit. I feel like if they're gonna if they're not going to be cool when this is something that it sounds like everyone's known about and they've known about, like, you have cats, not like you have a crazy amount of cats, but like you have more than one cat. Like
you have like 4 cats. It's not like you have 17 cats.
You haven't like just appeared out of nowhere. Like it hasn't been an issue, and if they're going to try and enforce this with you and lay down the law, then it should be done with everyone. 1 dog, 1 cat for everyone. No one can have freaking stupid dogs running around. Like, it's not fair for him to just single out your apartment because...
And he did it in the highlighters. Like, we were...
One broken down
cool,
car
right?
in the driveway.
No, that's not cool. That's freaking whack, dude. Yeah, exactly.
I was mostly angry that he came in my backyard and moved my stuff to hide a cat trap instead of telling me, like, what was going down or anything. You know, I didn't know I was a neighborhood meme of, like, crazy cat lady.
You're like throwing cats. Right? There's a picture on the side of the mailbox.
But it's always something with
cats.
them. One day I came home and he took like the red zone's worth of grass away from my house. Just like came and just peeled it out one time and started putting some rocks there. Didn't tell us.
And that was grass like we paid to buy. I remember I had to put that sod in originally, and we like paid to get the sod and like put it all in on this one spot because it was all dirt when we moved in. It's like like there's the front yard, and then there's like a side thing right there where it's like part of the carport is there, and the rain gutter comes down. But it was all dirt all the time, so we put sod in, and then they come and rip it all out, and then put. You know, like, never mind that you spent the money to fix that. They ripped out all the plants
one day they were just ripping out all our stuff and putting in palm trees. We don't live by the beach.
Yeah, like what?
I live in a crime blotter area on the map. There's no palm trees here. So he does that. One time I came home and someone was just using our power. They were just working on some wall and just plugged it in my power. One time I come home and they just have my hose hooked up to some other hose while they're doing something on the other side, flushing out something. Like, I just feel like no privacy. And the guy's cool. I don't know why all of a sudden it came like this.
Yeah, I feel like that's just like that's like the pussy way out of it. Like that's the way out of anything. Like, oh, you don't want to like go kick someone out of a house or evict them. I'll just leave a note or anything stupid like that. Like it's just I don't know. That shit pisses me off. I went through a lot of bullshit roommate stuff and landlord stuff and association stuff when we were doing our first season of Random Friends Squad, and I totally know what you're coming from, dude. It's frustrating. Like I get your anger. I understand why you're so angry now because like literally it's just a fucking mood changer. Like.
What do I do? What do I do as far as like they want me to like sign this thing saying I only have 1 pet, but like unless I like rubber band them all together to 1 cat, like I have like a bunch of cats and they can't all just live inside. They go outside to hang out. I don't know what to do. I need
talk to them.
I need help.
You have to try it.
Yeah.
Just be like, hey,
but
like
don't get angry.
Be like, hey, like, you know, does he know you have more than 1 cat though? Like,
just be like, I actually have 2 cats and they kind of change color sometimes. Is it cool if I have 2 cats that change color?
Yeah. Just be like, hey, I see this. You highlighted like 1 cat and everything. He's like, be like, dude, I have 2 cats. Just say you have 2 cats, whatever. And see, like, I noticed like other people around here have like more than 1 animal and more than 1 pet. And I just feel like if you're gonna be this strict with me, then maybe you should be this strict with everyone, or maybe just kind of give me a little leniency since like I'm not really the cause of all these cats being here. Like, just tell them how you feel singled out and how. Just say, is there anything we can work out? Because I feel like that I'm just kind of getting the shaft here. I don't know. Just try and handle.
I'm
like
passive aggressive,
but he's a human being. I mean, and I know I hate that too. Like you just have to sometimes just be like, just put yourself out there and just say something. I know it sucks sometimes, and you'll be anxious about it, and you'll be like totally worried about it. But like honestly, like just once you do it, it's just like you've done all you can do. You know.
See, I say you just Ray Rice's ass.
I don't know, man. This guy's like leathery. Like, I don't know if I could penetrate that at all.
Oh god,
that's another option. Penetration is another option.
Ray Rice did that too.
Ray Rice.
I didn't see her spit in his face. You said she spit.
Oh,
did you see the video?
She spit right before they slow mode him, knocking her ass out, and she hit the rail. He spit in her, or she spit in his face. She's like,
you know what?
And that warrants him to beat the ever living shit out of her.
I agree.
Right.
It's ridiculous.
No, but if you watch the beginning, that when they're outside of the elevator, if you see like that, there's like camera footage of them like getting into the elevator, and she walks by him, and he spits on her. And then she like swings at him and then gets into the elevator, and he gets in the elevator, and then he like smacks her in the head. She spits on him, and then he fucking knocks her ass out. So to be fair, he instigated the whole thing. He spit on her first, he smacked her, then she spit on him, then he fucking knocked her ass out.
Oh yeah,
should have been able to avoid.
Then he KO'd that bitch.
You're talking about Ray Rice, a friend of mine who's real big into sports, just tweeted, "Not sure what's sadder, people wearing Ray Rice jerseys to tonight's game, or the fact that it really isn't surprising."
Seriously.
Oh man, people really are. I bet people are wearing the Ray Rice.
Dude,
she deserved it. Those gun-toting liberals. She deserves it.
I feel like I don't know. I don't think it's ever okay to hit a woman. I don't know. That's just me though. No. Like,
I bet there's people with Rice jerseys on tonight in this audience that would beg to differ.
I don't care. I think all those people are fucking stupid, and they can come fucking see me about it. But unless they're women,
I mean, if it's to save my life, is she got like a gun to my head? I've always said if you have a disadvantage towards me,
then it's sexy.
Or if I have a disadvantage towards you, like got a gun in my face, I'm gonna knock you.
She's stupid as hell because she's back with him. She like forgave him and is like, it's okay. But I did hear like, okay, so I caught up on it kind of late on the story, but I heard that he got dropped from the team. He got let go from his contract. Totally understandable. But then I heard there was like a mishandling of the situation.
Okay, so
like did they not let him go?
So here's what happened. Okay, so pretty much like is from start to beginning, that first video surfaced of outside of the elevator where he's dragging her out. They didn't have footage of inside or whatever, and then they suspended him for I think 4 games or something or two games. Okay, 2 games. Yeah, sorry, 2 games. And so that was it. And then now this new video surfaces of him pretty much,
laying her ass out.
And so the Ravens dropped his contract, and then shortly after that, the NFL banned him for life. Like, he can't go to any other team, he can't be picked up, he can't be, like, anything. And then, from then, what I've heard is, like, NFL's, like, reconsidering his lifetime ban, like, maybe he'll eventually be able to come back or something, but there's still a lot of drama going on, and I don't know if Dan knows anything more.
Yeah, actually I heard that they want the commissioner guy to resign because they're like, oh, someone just said, hey, Mike, the commissioner, dude, this guy hit this girl, and he's like, oh, 2 games. When last year the guy got a year for smoking weed, guy had his gun discharged and got like a 4 or 5 games or something like that. Yeah, and then he only got 2 games. So then when he saw the footage, you're like, oh, you're out of the NFL. Like, that's ridiculous. And then everybody's like, well, why would you make that decision without hearing the facts first? You suck as a commissioner. And he's just like, I just want to kick the football, yo. It's a transformer. Like, it's just getting so out of control with these sports athletes. It's just...
We'll see, and I think with that, though, like, I don't know. I feel like, okay, so let's ban him for 2 games for beating his fiancée at the time, now wife. But when we see video of it, now you're banned for life. It's like the same thing was committed. Right. The same crime was committed. You knew what he did.
You just saw it with your own eyes.
Now publicly it looks worse on you that you didn't ban him. So it's like, why?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So like, do it right the first time.
Vic made it come back after.
That's what I don't understand. Like, you fucking like.
This inconsistency is starting to add up in everybody's eyes, and it's just getting too much now.
And it's always, why is it football? It's always football.
Of course
yes.
It is.
Do you want to know what happened in the offseason of hockey? Claude Giroux of the Philadelphia Flyers got arrested in Canada for grabbing another male officer's ass. And that's been the big story
that's
of
the
everything.
Worst thing.
So he got put in...
So, and that's hockey. Like, I think hockey's more violent than, like, football, you slam into each other, but, like, that's to get the ball, knock you down, that's the goal. Hockey, like, oh, hang on, everybody, we're going to fight for 2 minutes and just fucking focus the camera, and everyone just stand aside. Oh, you want to hop in? Just hop in. Yeah, just everyone beat the shit out of everyone.
Let me tell you why, and this is going to make it's going to make people mad. Okay, you can go to the store and get a football for $5. If I want to play hockey right now, it costs $180 to play crummy roller hockey here. It's priced out. It's priced out of that kind of behavior. It's priced out. If you want to play that sport, you got to come from a family that's got a lot of money because it costs a lot of money to play these sports.
There's no low entry level.
My skates were $600.
Yeah.
I mean, so it's priced out of that, and they do that in arenas too. They do that in arenas to keep the riffraff out of the upper seats. They just price them out. They just keep raising them a few bucks every year until they're like, oh, no more incidents this year. Okay, then that's where we'll keep it at. So I think that's why. That's not as crazy. And it's crazy, most of these people are foreigners anyway, and they're in the rough housing, with the moose. Like they're a little more tame. We've had our fair share of incidences though in hockey, incidences with.
It seems like all the craziness is aside from like the baseball juicing scandal and all that shit. Like all the craziness is
scandal.
Yeah, that too. All the craziness is just like these crazy fucking juiced up monkeys that are just like, and he's like, I'm a football player. Just big fucking huge dudes that are just fucking roided out.
Was
crazy, dude.
He was just huge in that elevator, and that girl looks tiny. And when I saw, it was just a flash of this, and then a flash of this, and then she was just crumbled down.
On the video, you can't even see his fist. You just see a blur, and then she hits the railing.
Yeah, it's freaking horrible.
It's nuts.
I worked with the dude that was on the roids once, and he was unpleasant, and he apologized months later, sorry, dude, my anger was, because of that. And I'm like, oh, you're, not the same person, so I don't sympathize or empathize or any eyes with them, but, it's getting bad, and it's getting bad.
Yeah, that's why they need to enforce it more or do something different, like you were saying, I don't know.
It needs $5. To be, more set, standards of all of it, the fines and the penalties and shit like that. It's nuts, man. It's nuts what these fools get away with and these fucking fat salaries that they're making while doing it,
Yeah, I heard that. Yeah. But you know what they could all probably buy with that fat salary? An iPhone 6, because I really want one.
Oh, man.
Ooh, I know.
You know what an iPhone 6 can't buy?
Happiness.
A streaming event.
Oh my god. Don't even... Oh my god, that was such a train wreck. I can't even believe it.
Where did you watch it at?
I was at work. Okay, so my work, you had to watch on an Apple device or whatever. I didn't want to watch on my phone. Did you see that though? What?
But they didn't do it until the countdown ended. I had my Apple device and I had my PC out, and it counted down to 0, and it said watch now. And when you clicked on it, it said sorry, you don't have supported browser.
Well, on the countdown in little tiny text, it said must watch from Safari, and I was like,
oh my bad. I don't think my PC resolution picked up that. It was just a blur. I just thought it was a line.
You didn't have that Retina display. That's why.
John's supposed to get.
It was like invisible ink with the Retina display.
I tried to watch it. It kept cutting back to those color bars.
Oh god, yeah. I was at work and I had my iPad, so we just moved and I don't have Wi-Fi, so I just I just set it up while I worked in my corner, and then use internet for my phone. So anyway, I was like, okay, maybe I'll have a bad connection. I don't know. My connection was fine. I was freaking out the whole time.
Me too. I thought that too.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, maybe my connection's bad. But no, everyone on Twitter is like, this is an embarrassing, this is ridiculous. So pretty much, yeah.
I've seen that.
In case you guys
kept looping.
Yeah, in case you guys didn't watch. So pretty much right when it started, you get the tones and bars, the old school, what had happened to your TV, So you had that, and then a whole bunch of text. It had the schedule of the show or whatever on there, whatever. It was something stupid, and that was there for a while, and then it kind of just decided to stream into some sort of video they were doing, and then when that didn't work, it went back to the tone and bars, and then they went to Tim Cook up there talking about the iPhone, but then you hear this Mandarin lady translating for 30 minutes. They didn't fucking change this.
I heard it was covered in Chinese.
Yeah, it was some shit. It was so bad, and I was like, "What is happening?" And then
were you hitting buttons
yeah, I was refreshing. I was like, "Maybe am I in the right state? Am I in the U.S.?" I don't.
He's like, "Did I push the SAP button? What's going on?"
Restore.
So pretty much about every 5 minutes, it would literally restart, and I'm like, "What?" Are we live? What the hell's happening? So then it goes back to the very beginning of the conference where people are walking in. I'm like, is it over? What happened? Are people walking out, walking in? So it was a mess. And then I think about 30, 45 minutes into it, they finally got their shit together in time for us to see the iWatch and stuff, or the Apple Watch.
By then I didn't care.
Exactly. And by then I was just
it the iWatch?
No, it's called the Apple Watch. That's what they're calling it. It looks like they're stepping away from the i stuff because they also have a new payment system called Apple Pay instead of iPay or something, where iPay sounds like what but iPay sounds like you kind of missed out on a golden opportunity there. iPay, like, hey, who
yeah.
iPay.
They're probably so sick of it.
I know.
They're so sick of it. Up in Cupertino, the iVending machine, the iLatte. They're just like, oh, yeah.
Well, I remember when the iPad was released. I mean, we had a million tampon jokes, so I was like, damn. But now it's like freaking everyone wants one. So it's like, I remember when the first iPad came out, I was like, that's stupid. That's a huge iPod Touch. And now I'm like, I have one, and I'm just like, this is great.
And I remember thinking that too, but then sometimes when I'm like reading on my phone or like, I mean, I have a Kindle, and I'm reading on my phone on a Kindle app, I just don't grab the Kindle ever. Or if I'm like playing a game that I'm just like, it's kind of small, I'm like really close, or chiving whenever I'm on Chive, and I'm like, I wish that I had an iPad for those times.
Fucking eating the iPhone's pussy.
Yeah, man. I got bad eyes, bro. I'm old. I'm like, hang on a second here, Sonny.
Oh, Jane.
Oh, what's going on here? Okay, I'll text you back right now.
That reminds me of my
you
mom.
almost look like Knoxville.
my mom has like she put her glasses down and she go like this to try and see it. And I'm like, what are you doing? Like, okay. And I'm like, you can change the text on that, the text font. And so I'm like, Mom, you can change it. And so I show her, and her text is like literally like one letter is this big.
God.
And I'm just like,
Jason's mom's text is that big.
You can read your text from outer space, dude. It's just like.
My buddy's mom, I saw her iPhone, and it was all like, blam! So that's when I knew you could do that. And I showed my mom when she got her. She's like, set it up. And I'm like, here. She's like, she has contacts, and then her reading glasses with her contacts. And she's still like...
She's like,
I'm like, Mom, I can make that like triple the size. Let me see that for a minute.
Yep.
Yeah, right?
Dang, dude. No, but that's why I'm excited.
So what's new? What am I?
Okay, so they have two new phones. They're both called the iPhone 6. One's the 6 Plus, and one's just iPhone 6. The 6 has a 4.7-inch screen, so it'll be kind of comparable to the Galaxy S. And
and they finally caught up with everybody else
we have?
as far as screen size.
Oh, that's what Apple does, dude. They wait. They take forever all the time. The 5 is a 4-inch diagonal. And
so now we're at 4.3.
We're gonna be 4.7. So we're almost at.
That's a lot.
Yeah,
that's a lot.
Yeah,
that's a lot.
No, it's a sizable difference, and it'll be awesome. I can't wait. The 6 Plus has a 5.5-inch screen, which is more comparable to like the Galaxy Note, which is more of what they're calling a phablet, like a phone and a tablet. So it's fairly big, and you've never heard that term before?
But Jason. No,
I've never heard
that either.
You know what though? The first time I ever saw somebody with one of those notes, like this fool was all like, he was all sitting there. He came into my work and he's like, "Oh yeah," and he has a little like touch thing, a touch pen. So he's like, "Oh okay," and then he's like, "Oh hang on, hello," and he goes walking out the door like, "Hello," and I'm just like, "Whoa, is that a fucking phone?"
Oh my god.
Just huge on the side of his head.
That's great. I can't wait because I'm gonna get one. I'm gonna get the iPhone 6 Plus. I'm gonna look like one of those fucking dweebs talking on the fucking iPad or something. But I'm excited.
You want to know a good first world problem? When I went from the 4 to the 5, my hand position had to change because there's an extra row of icons. What's gonna happen now? Pretty soon you're gonna have to how are you gonna?
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. They've kind of altered that. So the sleep button's on the side now. It's not on top. So if you want to put your phone to sleep, you can press on the side. On the 6 Plus, the big one, if you double tap the home button, not press but double tap, just not push down, it'll bring your whole screen down halfway, so you can tap something on the top and it'll go back up, which is convenient enough. I mean,
that's clever.
Yeah, it doesn't look pretty or anything, but I mean for logistics, it works.
Was he holding it in one hand?
He was, yeah.
Because do you have an iPad Mini?
I do have an iPad Mini.
Okay, do you remember when the iPad Mini came out?
Yeah.
They had the guy, and his thumb was here, and his fingers were here, and people were getting it going, there's no way in hell that I can do that with one hand. Yeah. Like, you made it look smaller than it. Can you put it in your hand and hold it like that?
Yeah, it's tiny, dude, yeah.
That's fine. No, did exactly what he did. People were mad, like, that's not right.
No. I think people just freak out, dude. Yeah, I mean, look, here's my face, and here's my iPad, and my phone's going to be like this big, maybe. So, I don't know, we'll fucking see. Right now, my phone is this big. I want it to be bigger.
That's what she said.
So anyway, let's see what else.
Not that. I mean, that's about what it is right there. See.
Okay. Yeah, that's right. Because the Samsungs are bigger.
But I mean, if you
I've got the S4.
If you want to talk on an iPad, I mean, hello.
Oh yeah.
That's what you're gonna be doing, dude.
It's gonna be smaller than this motherfucker. It's gonna be like, hello.
Oh.
Shit. Actually, I printed out the dimensions of the iPhone 5, 6, 5.6.
I printed out. Cut that shit out.
I just got the piece of paper.
No, because okay. Well, here, let me lay it out for you. No, I don't care if I look stupid. Okay, I'm gonna have a bigger screen. I can read things better on my phone. Like I can get rid of my iPad Mini. I don't even give a shit. But what I'm saying is,
sell it to me for half the price.
Yeah, fuck that. I'm not a kid anymore. No, I have more responsibilities. I was happy to give Jason the homie hookup back then and introduce him to his fiance via my music, but
the homie hookup.
So anyway. What I was saying is, I printed it out because I'm gonna pre-order tonight. The pre-orders start at midnight tonight, and I want to get the 6 Plus, but I just want to be very sure that like this is what size it might look like in my hand. So I just needed to make sure. So.
He glued the dimensions to a piece of wood and like put it in his pocket to make sure it would fit. Wait, does it fit on these jeans?
Dude, okay, I'm not even. Dude, I mean, I have some pretty big jeans, so that's never gonna be an issue for me. Like my pockets are deep. Unlike my wallet.
So. We're all gonna get rectangle tumors in our face.
Dude, we're all gonna get or in our pocket, right on our thigh.
I used to not be able to grow hair here
because that's where my phone goes.
Ass cheek radiation.
Yeah. See, I can't do the ass. I feel like I would just sit on my phone and break the screen.
Yep, me too.
I got a bony ass.
Years of doing that, it hasn't. The only time my phone screen is ever broken is when I've dropped it.
I've got a big butt that cannot lie.
Dude, I always get Apple Care Plus. So I just throw this thing around like it's fucking
Have you seen the remix of that one?
Oh, I'm trying to
the Nicki Minaj
the Anaconda
video. But it's the fart remix where every time you see the ass cheeks flap, it's
No,
I haven't seen that. I barely saw the real video.
I haven't laughed.
Have you heard about this, Travis?
The thing that Bud's talking about, I saw the link the other day. I just didn't click on it. Ain't nobody got time for that.
You're like,
have you seen the real video?
No, before that I hadn't seen the real.
Have you heard the song?
No, I'm not big on pop culture, man.
Dude,
I listen to my iPod. I don't.
Someone sampled Sir Mix-a-Lot. Someone sampled Sir Mix-a-Lot's "Baby Got Back" in their song and tore it apart, and all the new kids love it like it's great. Nicki Minaj, but it's supposed to have like been the one that we grew up with, and now it's been ripped apart and like sampled and twisted around, and everybody
I know all
loves
the
it
words,
again.
and I could sing you the whole song right now.
Now I know we all can, but the problem is now it's been ripped apart and so it just makes you sad that she took that song that was loved by everybody from like ages 50 down. I hear your mom singing it.
Oh yeah, I actually the link that I saw that was the fart thing was because I had saw it was like Baby Got Bible or something, and it was this whole like Bible version of it. Oh my god, it was out there. Whew.
That's YouTube. That's the internet's for you.
I know. And you know what? I think I like started looking for like a crockpot recipe, and I ended up there.
That happens.
After like 20 minutes of cat videos, I ended up watching the Baby Got Bible.
So why should I buy an iPhone 6?
Okay,
just the size.
Well, let's see. Hey, you watch it.
I have a 5S now.
You have a 5S.
I have a 4 that I use for work.
I have a 5S as well.
I have a 5.
I'll tell you like it is.
I have a 5C. Mine's C.
6.
Oh, you have a 5C?
Oh, wait, we're not talking about that? Never mind.
So, I would say, okay, do you have the 5C or 5S?
I have the 5C blue.
Okay, so logically, you should not upgrade. Do you have an upgrade available? Like,
no, like I just got my contract in like February.
Okay, so bottom line for your situation, I would say is you should wait till for the next iPhone where they make the 6S or the 6S Plus or whatever the fuck it's gonna be. But I don't know, for someone like me, like I like upgrading every year. Like I literally buy every year, and that's just how I am. And like I've been looking forward to a bigger screen because Apple's always kind of been like never up to date with how things are everywhere else. So they're finally doing this. I'm finally excited to have a bigger screen and do it and everything, so that's why I want to upgrade. And also they're saying that like the 6 Plus is gonna have a better battery life than even the 6, and my phone dies like in like probably like 7 hours, so
it's a lot.
Yeah, 8 hours. No, honestly, I'll be sitting at work.
I charge my phone before bedtime on the steady, like every day I get home and I pull the charger out.
No, me too. And like that's how it's always been for me. Like I've never been able to like have a phone that's like, oh, I can plug this in after 3 days. Like just because I've always had like a smartphone, and like most smartphones you can't do that, or at least most obviously all Apple phones you can't.
Even when I switched to Samsung and I had the Samsung Vibrant for a little bit, when I switched off the iPhone, That phone, that was even worse. Like that battery life on that phone was horrid. I charged that thing. I would bring a charger to work. I had one in my car. I had one at home. Like, I would charge that fucker all day long.
Dude, I mean,
Thunderbolt.
Yeah, I feel like Apple's
HTC Thunderbolt.
Oh yeah, that's good.
That was bad.
I feel like Apple's just like always has bad batteries, and I feel like they can say, "Oh, we have like 10-hour standby or whatever," but like they never do.
I don't think it's necessarily them. I mean, like, how much can you do with the battery if you're fucking on that thing all day?
Agree.
Like, I live on my phone. I'm always on my phone playing a game, checking Chive, looking on Facebook, doing something.
I agree, but if they're gonna promote 10 hours of web browsing in a full charge, like. If I web browse, my phone's dead in 3 hours. Like, let's be real. Like, if I'm scrolling through Tumblr for like 3 hours, my phone's done. But like, I'm hoping it'll be better. I'm not gonna be too optimistic because I know it's never like that. But what I'm saying is like, I don't have a Samsung Galaxy or anything, but I know that they like to brag about their battery life. So maybe it could be better if they're doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like, because
there's better possibilities.
I've seen like ads like even on airports next to like the charging station that says like. It's like a Samsung ad around like the little plug-in that says like, "Oh, sorry that you're here," some shit like this, like Samsung people wouldn't be here or something like that. Like just stupid, like snarky ass advertising.
Side note: if you ever go to the airport, bring a power strip. You'll be everybody's best friend.
Dude, that's gold.
Yeah,
because that's always hell, dude. Like when you go there, you're like, "Oh my god, this asshole's got a plug. Oh my god, come on,
or you go,
your shit."
You go, "Oh, can I plug mine in?" They're like, "Well, I'm using it." Like, "Oh, I got you."
Yeah, like swap this out. We were at the last time I was at the airport. They had them like in the seats, like right next to you, like when you're in the waiting area. But fucking half of them didn't even work. So I was like across the way. I had to set my phone next to some fat dude. I'm like, "Don't sit on that, dude. Like, can you just leave that?"
Dude, that's how it is. Or like when I'm in class in college, like people will like plug their phone in the back of the class and just like go sit in the front. I'm like, "You're just leaving your fucking phone back here? Like, let it die. Let it be dead in your pocket."
That's when you grab it. If they don't have it locked, you just take a few dick pics. You know, that used to be the thing. I don't know if you'd remember like the old film cameras because they kind of went out of style a long time ago.
Oh yeah, I know.
You get
Yep.
You know, somebody had one sitting there. You just kind of.
Yep, I did that. And that came back to bite me. Oh yeah.
I just did it all the time. That was like the common prank.
Wait, I want to hear the story.
I just think of the oh fuck. There's like a TV show that happened. The Heffernan dude, he fucking put a little hat on his.
Oh my god.
They were like, they blamed his cousin, Doug Heffernan.
A story about your last day of work. Well, this is, again, when Polaroids were still around, you take a bunch of pictures of each donut on your wang, and you put it at the bottom of the donuts.
Oh my
so when everybody's done eating the donuts, they look down and they see all the donuts on your wang. It's like one of those last day.
Look at Mike's locking you doing that. Huh?
Mike's like, that is a good fucking idea. I could fit like 7 donuts on my wing.
That's impressive. At least they're not mini donuts like Jason would have to use.
Oh, we're talking about full size donuts? Yeah. I don't know that.
You're like, oh shit, the mini. I can fit donut holes on there. Believe it or not. I don't know. I can just balance them.
That's a balancing act.
And all of a sudden, we're at Ringling Brothers and shit.
He's juggling them.
My dick is the elephant on top of the ball that's just trying to balance and shit. All right, we've been vulgar again.
Speaking of Mike's dick,
my nudes were leaked. Sorry, guys. If you had the displeasure of seeing those, someone hacked me in iCloud.
With Apple products is like the phones. You can't change the battery. Battery goes out, you're done.
Yeah,
it's true.
I agree. No,
that was like that was like the deciding factor of me getting an iPhone as opposed to everything else.
And you can open it up and change the battery. It's just solder.
But I'm an Apple fanboy, and
you have to find
that.
It's not easy
or something though.
Yeah.
You can't buy a replacement battery.
I mean, you can probably find the same battery they use, but I'm just saying, for me, it's just like like I said, I'm an Apple fanboy. But if those things are important to you, like the battery or the extra storage that you can add in the back of those phones are like those are great. I think that's awesome. And
that is really cool.
Yeah, I wish we could do stuff like that, but I don't know. I feel like Apple's just more too concerned with like the aesthetic looks of their.
Well, Apple's a vision.
Exactly.
Yeah, and that's the Apple thing to do. I mean, if you buy an Apple computer, you're paying 3 times as much for like less memory, less. You're paying for the name. Yeah, exactly. You're paying for the.
But they're quality products
for the iOS.
I think they're an amazing experience.
Exactly, but I agree, and I think they're quality products for sure.
The experience of using the phones, like I went from having a flip phone to having a Sidekick to having an iPhone, and I still miss my Sidekick keyboard. I
remember your Sidekick.
Dude, I love my Sidekick.
I miss my Sidekick because I could text and drive because it had the little nubs on the buttons, so you could like fully watch the road and text and drive, and just be like, send your messages and look real quick. Okay. I miss my Sidekick. We were just talking about it at work the other day. But then I switched to the iPhone. Then I switched to Android, and it was just like a shit show. Like I couldn't figure out how to get to anything. Everything just seemed ass backwards. The way like settings were set up and things like that. I couldn't find a lot of things. Like it just didn't make sense.
Yeah.
And I know part of it was because I was an Apple person before that, but none of it just seemed like it went where it should go. It wasn't categorized well as far as settings went, deleting things and things like that, and like removing things, and it just seemed like it was all up in my business more than Apple is.
I feel you. I mean, yeah, I think Apple prides themselves a lot on just like the user experience. Like, how can we make this like an enjoyable experience and seamless? Like, how can we do it without like them knowing that this should be that how easy this actually is for them?
They I don't know. They talk about a lot on his biography.
Yeah, and I think that's important. That's why I just really like Apple. I don't know. Even if I know it's overpriced, I don't care.
And the apps too. I mean, they come out with like life-changing, but like like world-changing apps like Instagram and things like that. Like I used to carry around.
Example.
I know, but there's a lot of apps that are only well, now they're everywhere. But I used to carry around I had my Samsung phone, and then I would carry around my iPod Touch, and I would turn my Samsung phone into a hotspot, and then I would go on my iPod Touch and like play my games that I wanted to play against my friend, Words with Friends, because it wasn't on Android at the time. I don't know if it is now.
It probably is.
Yeah, it is.
And all these other games that I would play and go on my Instagram and post pictures and look at everybody's pictures. I'm like, I literally had 2 devices before I switched back, and it just didn't make sense for me to not go back to iPhone.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh, good.
But,
so the one last thing about dick pics. Did you guys get the picture I sent about how I taped that picture to the back of Vince's car, Chris's son's car?
Yeah, I
don't know if you guys can see it there.
A big old hairy cock.
Yeah, I had originally drew that and taped it to.
I remember you sent me the picture that it was gonna fall.
It was hiding on the door and it fell down. So when I came into work today, it was just dangling still. So I picked it off. And then when Vince showed up, he just showed up driving all crazy, and I'm like, oh, child. So I went and just put it back. Remember, like 6 or 7 years ago, I put the sign on his back that said "I heart the cock." I actually have a video of that on my YouTube page. I actually have a video. This is like 6-7 years ago. No, more than that. Were you there? Were you working there at the time? Or did you just see the video? I think Krista was already working there.
Vince wasn't around when I worked
there.
So
it was like
it was just me and you.
It was like at least 7 years ago. And I put "I heart the cock," and it was just on his back all day. And he just walked around with it on his back. He's big though. He's Hodor, so it's easy to get stuff on it. It's easy to get stuff on his back. Yeah.
Hodor.
All right, so
remember when I put that DC sticker on your car, Mike?
Not okay.
Mike used to have a brand name battle in my house, and Mike was LRG, I was Element, and remember I had so much Element shit.
Yeah. Really, you were DC to me.
Well, I already had a ton of DC, but Brian in our battle. Brian chose these. Like, these guys, they would come to our house for a party, and they'd be like, how many LRG items do you have on right now? And he'd be like, 1, 2, 3.
Like
my underwear are LRG.
I'd buy like these LRG belt buckles that don't even fit me just to wear them.
He would like put it in his pocket. Well, it's hanging out, so
like my fat.
And then Brian would be like, okay, well, this, my shoes, this, and they would always. So like, I went and bought a bunch of Element shit to like participate. But I knew that Mike and Brian were like battling, like LRG, DC, LRG, and like Brian got a big old like DC banner, like he talked the guy in the store into like giving it to him, and like fucking hung this shit on his wall. It was like the whole wall. It was ridiculous. It was just like the complete battle. And then one day I had a little DC sticker from some new shoes, and I just slapped it on the back of Mike's car. And it took like a week before he noticed it.
Yeah,
I think I posted a picture on Facebook of it and like tagged him in it. And then he was like,
"What the hell?" Dude, it's like that thing. Like, how often do you look at your back?
It's true.
I'm wondering how long that dick's gonna stay on the back because it's like a raunchy looking one too. And I messed up because I promised myself I'd stop drawing circumcised dicks when I draw them. Like everybody always does. How do you? Yeah. So like I started drawing them like a box with this little half moon on it.
Oh God,
little flamingo cheese down in there.
I draw that, so it's bad. This one was all like had winter bush on it. So I taped it to his car. I taped it to his car good too. And his car is all like filthy, so he won't notice.
I think you give Jonah Hill from Superbad a run for his money, though. Like you got some good dick drawing abilities, man.
You got some good dicks, bro.
Hey, that's a compliment.
It's childish. That's how they all look.
Hey, I just want to let you know that you draw a really nice dick.
I hope that isn't weird for me to say.
I hope this isn't weird. Oh wait.
I hope it just stays on his car, or like the black pen like leaks through the cardboard into his car and like stains the paint of his car forever.
Oh my god, penis tattoo.
Like when my fat girl stalker attacked my car for my birthday, put a bunch of glitter in the window and in the sunroof, and like my car was like covered in glitter, like it was fucking nuts. I was livid. And then they painted with the car paint on my actual car, but I had an old beat up 86 Honda, and they wrote my name and happy birthday, so like my hood just said my name after that because it like ate the paint. And when I washed it off, it was like my birthday's in December, so it was like freezing ass cold outside. So like I'm like out there freezing, hosing it off on my birthday after I got off of work. Like I go in and these fucking bitches are in my room and there's glitter all over my bed, all in my car, and I'm like, what the fuck? Mom's like, I don't know. I'm like, why'd you let these fucking bitches in my house, dude?
Not okay.
You're glitter.
Glitter
Was it this
everywhere.
house?
There was glitter fucking everywhere. I was livid from that day. I fucking hate glitter. If I open a card and fucking glitter comes out, I'll fucking shoot you in your face.
I hate that. I hate.
If I were you,
this is why we're friends.
That is my least favorite thing in the fucking world. My buddy's sister gave a Christmas card last year. When I opened it, fucking glitter came out flying
$2
everywhere.
of glitter.
I was just like, Jesus fucking Christ, this is shit. I'm gonna go shoot this bitch.
Yep.
I'm gonna go Ray Rice this bitch right now. Too soon? Too soon?
You already did it twice now, dude. Damn.
That beats my 52 pickup joke. I'll just leave. Jeez, you win with that. So one time someone came in my room and silly streamed all of it. And then it was like for my birthday, and I'm like, oh, that's cool. And I left it up there because it was cool. Then it dried out, and then it was just there forever. For years and years after that, it was just dried silly string.
Side note, Mike, I threw away my electronic dartboard the other day, and there was still fucking glow stick all over that shit. I'm like, what is this jizz all over the front? I'm like, that fucking glow stick party that I wasn't even there for.
It blew up.
My whole house was covered in fucking glow stick, and I wasn't even there for the party.
That was like... Yeah, like, in hindsight, maybe we shouldn't have put glow stick juice all over the walls. And it was cool for about 10 seconds, and then it died out. And it was just... I remember, I think we cut a whole bunch of them, and we, like, taped them to, like, the ceiling fan and turned it on, and it was the most anticlimactic thing ever. And then, fucking, since we cut them... little glass shards started shooting out of the fucking fan because there's glass in there that you have to break. Not my brightest years, but definitely some of my most fun years. Sorry, not funnest.
Well, that was the nicest house I've ever lived in, and the house that was most destroyed.
Yep. It was just that time, dude.
My wheel broke off of my desk chair, and it was all awkward, like.
Oh god, come on! I'm never gonna fucking live this shit down.
So I took all the wheels off, like, because I was like, "Fuck it, it'll be better if I just take all the wheels off." But then I forgot there's that thing in the middle that fucking the chair goes through to sit on that thing.
Post.
Yes.
Fucking and it just sits there, and like, oh well, that's still there. So now my chair just fucking. So then we have fucking poker night. We used to have poker night at our house, buy-ins and shit. And Mike's there. Mike goes and grabs that nice comfy chair from my room and puts it on the fucking tile. And that thing just like punched a hole in the fucking tile.
I hole punched this guy's kitchen. Dude.
He got it up there.
Worse, it could have punched through the other way.
Dude, just a one ring, dude. Oh, that would have the other way.
Through the seat.
Oh, that would have sucked, dude.
I wonder, like, I'm glad, I'm glad I didn't have to pay anything, but I wonder, like, what the whole. I know there was like, they took him to court and like they wanted me to write a letter for that apartment, but I heard they like threw somebody through the wall and like. Didn't Ryan get
Ryan? Yeah. I think Ryan.
I heard the story. Oh yeah, Ryan went through the wall, and I'm like, are you fucking kidding me?
I forget.
That was the nicest. Like that bathroom was fucking killer. Like tile, fucking shower, and
it was nice. A lot of people knew when they were praying to the porcelain gods in there that it was a nice bathroom.
This is so classy.
I think Becca with the peanut butter. Were you there? Peanut butter.
Becca.
I forgot about that shit. I fucking hate peanut butter.
What's up with peanut butter?
This underage girl, like
not anymore.
I was partying with a bunch of 18-year-olds. This girl was underage. She got shit-faced at our house and then like was puking her guts out. And so somebody was like, "Oh, here, eat some bread." And they're like, "I know, peanut butter always sobers you up." And then like this girl like fish hooked some peanut butter in her mouth. And this girl's like, just like yakking peanut butter all over my bathroom. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on in my fucking house right now? Because there's like 5 bitches in my bathroom. So I kick in the door. There's all these people in there. And I'm like, I'm getting this shit on camera.
Yep.
And then I'm like, what's going on over here? And then she's like, she gave me peanut butter. I fucking hate peanut butter. She's all in my sink like,
so good. Yes, it was so nice.
Scraping what looks like shit off of her tongue.
You said she fish hooked peanut butter.
Someone was just like, here you go.
Try this.
You're gonna be sober. You guys
We're not done partying, bitch. I'm not driving you home.
Or before Aaron went away, there was one night where him and Ryan were both throwing up, and I think they both ended up throwing up on like each of the couches or something stupid. It was just like something ridiculous.
I'm glad I just took my third of that investment, the recliner. It was like, who wants this? Like, make this worth it. Is this still in your house, Dan?
Oh yeah, didn't that make it up to my house once?
Yeah, I drove it up to my house with Mo.
I think Ghost Dad took it. I think he's got it.
Who did?
Pops? I think he had it.
Who? My dad?
Yeah, your Pops.
Oh. Is it at my mom's house?
I don't know. Yeah, it is actually. Oh,
dude,
no, you know what? She got it.
Just use find my sofa or whatever.
Find my sofa.
Find my recliner.
Let me download that app real quick.
It's in the Apple Store. They just announced it at the keynote.
She's got it anymore. I think she tossed it or something, or she gave it away or something.
Well, R.I.P.
I don't know.
R.I.P. to the recliner that didn't get peed on. The one furniture that didn't get peed on.
Oh, good. You were.
No, well, I don't know. Not that I know of. I was at a time. I didn't live at that house for a couple months because I hated it.
Yeah, dude. I just call that Old Faithful. That's what
I know those couches got puked on a lot though. That I didn't hear about, and then that I did hear about.
Those are the best. Those are seriously, no, not fun. I've been through some of that shit. It's fucking. I don't know how you put up with all of us for so fucking long. Or how there
was a point that like I had to work the next morning and I was like, I'm gonna fucking call the cops in my own house right now. Like I'm calling the fucking cops. Like, Jesus Christ.
Fucking...
And I felt like a dick, you know, like last month I was partying with you assholes, but tonight I'm gonna fucking come raging out, turn the music down, and be like,
that's Jason.
Fuck all of you.
Honestly, that's everyone who wants the best of both worlds. Like I'm the same. Like I remember living at my mom's house, like Nick and Brittany would always have people over and they would always be loud, like playing music and just like doing whatever the fuck they do. And like I would like there were times where I'd come out like in my underwear and like just, you know, it's like, hey, I have work in the morning, like just please, like can you guys keep it down, like this is fucking ridiculous, blah blah, because it's like 2 in the morning and they're still loud and I work at fucking, you know, 7 in the morning. I'm just like, come on, guys.
Coming down in your tidy whities.
There was days that I ran out of there was days that I ran out of my bedroom in my underwear because there's a bunch of squawky 19-year-old Orange County bitches. Oh my god, really? Oh my god, why are you mad at me? Are you mad at me? Why are you mad at me? You're mad at me, huh? And like my bedroom was at the end of the hallway, so like when you wanted to get away from the party, let's talk.
Yeah, you're right. That's where those bitches would go.
Right outside of my bedroom door, and fucking, you're mad at me. Why are you mad at me? I'm sorry, I'm drunk. I didn't mean to kiss your boyfriend. And I'll just be like, I'm gonna fucking kill you, bitches.
It's too much, dude.
Too much. I can't.
I can't even.
I can't even.
On a scale of 1 to even, I can't. Have you not seen that video? It's so good.
No.
Oh, it's so good.
I watch VH1 now. I'm old.
Oh,
VH1.
Yeah, you are old. Damn, dude.
If it's not pop-up video, I don't want to see it.
If it's not on MTV,
come on, you're only what, a year or two older than I am?
Me?
I'm almost 36. I'm 35.
Damn.
Well, I will be 35 in like 12 days. You watch VH1? I still play video games. Come on.
No, I don't watch VH1. I don't have cable.
Video games doesn't make you like. What? What does that mean?
What?
I'm confused.
You're not old. You play video games.
Who cares if you still play
not
video
old.
games?
Well, I'm saying I'm 35 and I play video games.
That's
means,
awesome.
You know, I don't feel old because
okay,
I do.
So, Dan, play more video games.
You know what I was thinking the other day? I was like, oh man, one day I'm gonna be old, and I'm like, dude, I really hope more than anything I'm still able to play video games when I'm old. Like I can't, like I just want to be old.
By then, the Oculus Rift will be like tied into your brain, and you can play that.
Glasses, and you're like, okay, give me that controller. And you just sit right in front of that motherfucker. And
There'll be no controllers then.
You're gonna whip your grandson's ass. Be like, don't even start, Zeddy.
Oh, like
man. You just open up a can of worms, I'm whipping your ass.
I did see an upgrade to the Oculus Rift, though, already on a Kickstarter, and it's got a glove this time.
The power glove. The power glove didn't work fucking 30 years ago. It's not going to work now. What the hell?
I hated that thing.
Apple made it, bro. Apple made it.
Oh shit, we're good.
I hated
power
that
glove
damn
was
power
Nintendo,
glove.
wasn't it?
I was like 12 years old, 11 years old, and I'm trying to like get it to work and sync up with the TV, and it wouldn't work. And I'm like, the guy played Rad Racer with it and the Wizards so nicely, and then I'm trying to like do it.
And that's what I remember is that it didn't work right. Like my buddy had one, and it was like, why didn't that work? We're playing like Knockout and shit, and like fucking.
I think it was all IR.
Like this.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, right.
It was all IR, but no one told you about.
That's what I always think of on Futurama when that one-eyed bitch always fucking taps into her arm. I think of that glove.
I'm thinking of the power glove.
Yeah, I could never get that damn thing to work right. I was so mad. Nintendo was so like it was such a dark cavern of what you were going to get when you bought a video game. Like you had no idea what was going to be.
Oh yeah, it really was.
Is this real?
I would go. I remember
somebody made a base cannon.
When I was younger, I would go and get them at the swap meet. I would get Nintendo games, and you're like $5 for a Nintendo game. Like it was when Nintendo was like, it was starting to fade out, but I still had my Nintendo because I was poor. So I was like, "Look, yeah, Nintendo! I'm playing Super Mario Brothers 3 till 4 o'clock in the morning. Who's in? Who's in? Who wants to be Luigi?" So I would get the games for like $5 at the swap meet, and like, I mean, as a kid, that was my money. I didn't get an allowance, so like, I worked for that money. I went and fucking mowed somebody's lawn or raked some leaves up and shit for that $5, and I'd go and buy my game and just be like, "This fucking game sucks." I remember like, there was some like island one, like Tropical Island or something.
Tropic Island.
And I remember I was just like, "What the fuck is this? What do I do?" And
it's like a role playing game, and you're like, "What?"
These rave reviews, and I'm like, I didn't even understand it. Like I literally could not play the game, and I just fucking smashed it with a hammer.
And your mom's like, "Where's that new game?" And you're like, "Oh, I beat it already."
Smashed it with a hammer. I was like, "Fuck you, Mom."
Yeah, that was fucking chaos. I used to pay full price for the games back in the day. Just like, I want this. We go to Target, and I'd be like, I'm gonna get a game, and I just like, oh, that one looks cool. I'd grab it. It would just be a pile of shit. I'd hate that.
I mean, it still happens with Xbox and PlayStation and shit.
Not really anymore, man. We watch reviews. We watch videos. We watch reviews of the
true.
reviews. And Destiny had the beta now, a beta game. You know.
Yeah, I played the beta. It was great.
I have the Destiny.
I haven't really bothered myself with Destiny.
I'm sick of the.
I kind of fell off after Halo 3.
It's like Borderlands.
With Bungie.
It's like Borderlands and
Halo.
A little bit of Halo.
Bungie made
Call
it.
of Duty.
It's fucking something.
No Call of Duty.
Did you see the logo? How they summarized the Destiny logo was the cod piece of Master Chief?
Was it? Oh, geez.
Yeah. You look at the thing.
Cases over there.
Do you guys play Saints Row the 4th?
Yeah.
You guys played it?
I'm playing the 3rd one.
I've seen it, but I haven't played it.
Dubstep gun.
Oh my god.
Some kid made a dubstep gun with it's a bass cannon out of an Air Zuka, a speaker, and
I love Air Zukas.
That's so sick.
Battery. And that's why I was like this a few seconds ago, because this kid plays this video and it's like he's like this and it's kicking up. He pulls it up and it's like
oh my gosh.
I gotta make one.
Seriously, there's got to be a how-to somewhere on there. I'm sure someone's done it.
I would love to have like a life-size actual dubstep gun from Saints Row.
I just want an Airzuka. Those things are awesome.
It is my favorite. It's my favorite.
I wish I had an Airzuka right now. It's fucking hot. Sorry, don't mean to cut. I know it's nice and cool where Jason and Bud are, but I mean, I'm over here.
It is, dude. I have the sweater on before we started the podcast. We went to go. I was telling you guys before the podcast. We went on a little walk. It's a little bit up from where my wedding's gonna be, and that's where we're gonna take all our wedding pictures and shit for those of you, Dan, that are in my wedding party. So we went and like walked through this, like it's like a botanical garden and shit like that. So we went and like walked through it. I was fucking cold, man. I'm like, dude, it's barely September. Like I got a sunburn last week, and this week I'm fucking freezing. Like it's nuts how quick shit changes in Chicago, man. Like it'll change back.
3
I'm sure.
seasons in one day.
I'm sure it'll change back, dude. I'm sure it'll be fucking 95. Before we didn't get a crazy summer this year, so
no, they said that it's not going to get. We were looking
at the Farmer's Almanac, and it said it was going to be similar to last year as far as like bitterly cold and crazy shit. Like,
but according to the caterpillars,
all right,
according to the caterpillars running across the road, it says
or the confused bees that are confused by the 4G signals. We're not gonna have good weather next year. And so there's a botanical garden. I can hide beers in there for after, like in between the wedding and the.
We're gonna bring beers for that. You don't have to hide them.
Where's this place at so I can photobomb your wedding
pictures? The pictures are gonna be like this, garden. Like cheers.
I want to be that creepy guy in the back. Like there's like a fence, and I'm like this. I'll just kind of like show up. I'll be like,
open over.
Bud will do it, and the photographer will absentmindedly just Photoshop it out and not tell us, and we won't even know. Bud will be like sad, like, "Oh, what happened?"
I'll post it on Facebook, and it'll be like, "I was in that one."
Do you have a photographer?
Yeah.
What if, can I show up there with my new camera and pretend that I was the hired photographer and just start taking pictures and be Undercutter's photographer?
More like, can I do that? Fuck.
Me and Mike, let's do it, Mike. You be Hans, I'll be Franz, and he'll be like, I thought we had this scheduled for today. I'm like, today was.
See, what is lunch? What is lunch?
Yeah, see,
Mike and Bud would have to do it because you're gonna be in the wedding party, yeah. So the ceremony's already gonna happen. You're already gonna see that.
Yeah, but if I pop a Mentos, I could go hang out with them and do their thing.
Climb through the limo. Fresh goes better. Mentos freshness.
Hey, Bud, is that a fixed 50?
What?
Is that a 50mm lens on your camera?
My Nifty 50.
Oh, nice! I can't wait to get mine. Is that the Canon? Is that the Canon one?
Fuck you.
Yes, it's XTI. I wanted to get the T3 or the one that does video.
I have an old one.
Okay, because it's got the stabilization.
Film. You put the film in, and.
But is that the $100 one though? That's like the $100, like the 125 50mm.
It's dusty. I haven't used it in a year.
So yeah, I'm about to buy one of those lenses. I'm gonna get one for my birthday. I'm gonna get one of those 50s.
I heard is that the Nifty 50 or whatever? The little, it's like $99. It's like, I heard that's freaking gold. I heard it's like so good.
It is.
I've heard so many reviews.
It depends on which one you get because I went the cheaper route and I got the 118 when there's one better than that.
Okay. I think it's the 1.4, but one of them is $99 and the next one's $329.
Are the lenses interchangeable on that one?
Yeah, I can.
Yeah, that's what we were talking about, the lens.
See, that's what my fiance had a one with film and shit, but she had a bunch of lenses for it.
Yeah.
As long as they're EF, if you have a Canon, as long as you have EF lenses, they'll work on any
Canon,
any Canon camera.
That's what it is. That's why I've been.
You have to get an adapter.
Yeah.
You just get an adapter.
Yeah, we can just be like, yo, what up? Here, take my lens. Oh shit.
Yeah, this one.
She has some nice
work
lenses,
and
I'm like,
my old film camera.
That shit
the T3i. That's the one I want to get.
I'm so jealous of.
Oh, me too.
That's the one I want to get.
Well, when you get that one, Bud, sell me that one.
Problem. That one doesn't do video though.
Friend discount. It's cool.
Friend discount.
I have a T5. I have a T5.
Random friend discount. RFD. One nickel.
What are you saying, Dan?
I said I have a T5, but I don't have the I. So, and it doesn't feel like the T3i feel a lot sturdier than the T5. My T5's got the same insides as the T3. It just isn't as sturdy, and it doesn't do
the T3 or the T3i.
The T3i. It's the same insize as a T3i, but it does more megapixels. But I don't have the microphone jack. I don't have the monitor out, and the shell is a lot lighter. It's not as like sturdy as like the T3i.
I love
that's
my
made
T3i.
for video. Oh, I want the ISO back because it does video. So mine does video too, but mine doesn't do like I need a whole separate setup for a microphone. And
See,
stuff.
the
It
one thing I hate about recording with a DSLR is that you're kind of capped at like 10 minutes recording at once. Like
that's what you were telling us about. When we were doing the random friend squad videos.
Yeah,
like, I used to just do like huge clips. And
mine's 4 minutes.
4 minutes. We'll see.
Yeah,
that's a deal breaker.
Yeah, I'm shooting in 1280p, but it looks beautiful. Some of my videos I've done it looks beautiful.
Oh, no doubt.
I get like weird ADD in my videos, so I'm used to doing chops. So 10 minutes for the T3i or 4 minutes for the other one. 4 minutes is kind of cutting it, but 10 minutes, I can get everything I need to say in 10 minutes and chop it down to 5.
Yeah.
Well, if he has a T3i, you can have the remote control in your hands. You can stop it, start it, stop it, start it. Well, you have the monitor that'll face backwards.
Exactly. Yeah. And so, like, for me, it's like when I'm recording like my Pokemon videos, it's like sometimes it takes more than 10 minutes to open up a booster box, or sometimes I want to enjoy it a little bit longer. I don't want to rush, and I don't have to worry. Oh crap, let me keep an eye out. Is this gonna stop? So it's like,
What's rough about that is I feel like it would stop like mid. It would stop when I'm like, oh fuck,
exactly.
Yep. And then it like halfway through, and
I mostly wanted to make a movie. Like I want to try to shoot something.
No, and that's why it's good for those, because you don't need long clips for movies. You want short clips, pretty much. You want to have like a shitload of clips and just edit down.
Dan's favorite style of filmmaking though suggests against it. Right? Don't you like those long shots like the opening scene of Pulp Fiction?
Yeah, but I'm
see where it's just so like just that one whole continuous shot where the camera just follows them up to the door and into
those
the room.
are awesome. I love those. So awesome. Yeah. But
so when are Dan and Mike getting together to work on a video?
Dude, I'm serious. Let's freaking do it.
I remember previously talking about you guys getting together and
we had like a serious talk. I'm legitimately down. Well, not like a serious. But I was like, Dan, like I will help you pour your heart and soul into a video.
Yeah, you guys were like bonding.
Oh yeah, I just have to have an idea. I got distracted by
life. Yeah, recycling men and freaking landlords.
Right.
Random friend squad.
I gotta do a shut your face with Jason because you're so close.
I know.
Like,
I don't know how we have it
on location.
I don't know how we haven't made it happen yet. Like you're literally like an hour and a half from me. I don't know why we haven't made it happen.
And then you'll see how short Jason is in real life.
Oh,
I'm just kidding.
Because we have that place in between that nobody wants to go through. Either of us don't want to go through Chicago.
It's true. It's true.
It's true. It's one of those places.
I can take the 55 and just completely avoid Chicago though, because that's what I do when I go up I pass Merville.
I mean, hey, at least like Dan was literally in my area and didn't even reach out to me, so it's okay.
Over the summer,
I was in the
back
seat of a car.
You're dude. You were in freaking Irvine. I could have came down. We could have like got some boba or something. I don't fucking know. Whatever people do in Irvine.
To be fair, every summer I pass probably within like 20 or 30 minutes of Bud as I'm driving to and from Mackinac, but it's a fucking 8-hour drive. I'm not trying to make it any longer than it is.
Or 11. Or 11.
Or 11.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, we're getting pretty close to an hour, guys. So. Oh, sorry. Keep going.
Can I just talk about one thing real quick, guys? I'm very sad that Joan Rivers died. I thought she was an amazing comedian. She was a funny bitch. Like, she was fucking funny. Actually, on my drive up to Mackinac, we were listening to Joan Rivers comedy, and I usually don't like girl comics because they're usually like, oh my god, I'm a slut. I like dick. I like big black dick. And that's like all they ever fucking talk about. So, Joan Rivers to be like quality comedy, I really liked it. And there was a couple of really funny things that happened. Like, so she must have known her health was declining, and so she was trying to like prepare her daughter for her upcoming death. She's like, I'm fucking old as shit. Like, I'm probably gonna fucking die, bitch. Listen. So she wrote out all this shit, and like one of the things that she wrote out was 3 celebrities that were not allowed at her funeral. And this shit made me laugh so hard when I read it. The first one was Chelsea Handler, because she's a fucking slut and a drunk. Which fucking made me laugh.
Who is that?
Chelsea Handler?
She does like that show on E! I don't know.
She has the E! show, Chelsea Lately. She's kind of funny, but she really likes vodka, so she's always drunk.
Okay.
So, and then Adele. Adele wasn't allowed at her funeral because she's a fat heifer.
Oh, come on.
And Michelle Obama was not allowed at her funeral because Apparently, on occasion, Joan Rivers referred to her as a tranny.
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
Apparently, there was something that came up where she was like, they were like, when do you think we'll see, our first female president or our first gay president? And she was like, oh, we got one now because Michelle Obama's a tranny.
She's not bad looking. She's pretty. She has Chewbacca teeth though.
She does kind of look like a
Just like right here, she got like Wookiee. Look, seriously, if you took her mouth, just this area right here, like where her teeth are.
Now, you tell me about hammer thumbs. Now you're talking about Chewbacca teeth. I've got to see this,
dude.
I'm sure somebody else. I can't be the only one. I'm sure somebody.
There's
else
a card in Cards Against Humanity that's like Michelle Obama's like arm fat or something.
Yeah. She's cool. I like her.
Let's see. All right.
Okay,
pulling up pictures.
I can't be the only one that thinks that.
Oh wait, I don't have any.
Oh, me neither. Yeah. Oh my god. Oh god.
Kill him.
I can see what you're talking about, but yeah.
No one else agrees with me on the internet.
I'm not looking.
She does kind of have Chewbacca teeth. I can see that.
Yeah.
I wish I could make this sound.
It's nothing disrespectful. It's just the way she is.
Hey, I'm gonna mail this to them.
I think she does kind of look like a tranny though.
Is she better looking than RuPaul?
No.
Dude, the line at Comic-Con or the Kamikaze last year, the line for RuPaul was so long. It was so long.
Because of that his little RuPaul's Drag Race. That's why.
Yeah, it was long. He was in him.
She made a comeback for that one, man.
He was in he was in Paul. Yeah, he was Paul that day. He looked like LeVar Burton. Who was at the next booth over. So I was just like, I wonder if LeVar Burton's just putting on a mustache and taking it off. It's like Jodie LaFour and her.
You guys, my LA people, real quick. Have you guys seen that there is going to be, Mike, you might be too young because I think you were born that year, but Dan, the LA riots, they're making a movie about the LA riots, apparently, and I'm like, wow.
Do you remember the riots?
I do. You know what I remember about the riots is that, I mean, we live about an hour north of Los Angeles, so we were nowhere in the vicinity of the riots at all. But I remember my dad pulling out every fucking gun that he owned, rifles, fucking shotguns, pistols, and my dad owned a lot of guns. Fucking laying them all out on the couch, and the fucking neighbor came over. He laid all his guns out, and they were like, "We're fucking ready." I was just like a little kid, just like, "Why is there fucking guns all over the living room?" That's what I remember about the LA riots. And I remember watching them on TV and just shit going down. I remember seeing live the guy getting beaten,
when
pulled out of the truck.
Denny got pulled out the truck.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the one that Sublime sings about? Rodney King?
Dude, it was crazy, man. I was on my couch. It was summertime. And I was on year-round school, so I was off for the summer. And three-way calling just came out. So I called my friend, I called my other friend, and he had three-way calling. So he called another friend, and we had like 8 of us on the line, and we're like watching it go down. Dude, it was crazy. I just remember the three-way calling. My mom being mad that no one answered when I got home. Why was the line busy? But it was crazy watching that. I was like 14, going like, dang. I was never afraid it was going to come up here. I'm like, there's no way they're going to sit in traffic to get to my town to riot.
Dude, I was like a year and a half old.
Were you?
My brother was born a week before that.
Jeez. That's crazy.
I was in junior high, and it's weird because I don't know, a couple of months ago I was down there for something. I think the comic event, and I walked right down there on that street corner, and I was just like, oh dang, this is where it was all crazy and madness. Yeah, and then I bought a hot dog from the street vendor. Those hot dogs are bomb as shit.
Looking through some old on the internet, you'll find some old pictures. There was like everybody getting ready, them spray painting black owned on the, don't fuck our shit up. And then there's just dudes just standing out there with a shitload of guns, just fucking ready to go, man.
The dudes were on the roofs with their shotguns.
Holy crap.
I'm like, that would have been my pops if we lived closer.
That's fucking
that shit was crazy. That shit went on for like 3 days.
Damn, dude.
Yeah,
hide your kids, hide your wife.
Hide your Pampers because they want those too.
Oh, true. Just getting some Pampers.
All right. Well, we don't have a Would You Rather this week.
Oh, we don't.
I don't know if you saw. I was looking down.
Oh, we don't.
Do you have one?
You don't think I'm prepared? Come on.
Okay.
All right, guys. I got a Would You Rather for you because I checked my phone 2 minutes ago when I knew we were shutting down. So, would you rather change sex every time you sneeze or not be able to tell the difference between a baby and a muffin?
I go with the sneezing because why not?
Right?
Why not? That might be fun. Yeah, never leave the house, man.
You're like a watered down version of Mystique.
Yeah, there you go. Just,
anytime
you want to get something you want, you just have this little vial of pepper. You just, oh yeah.
But here's the catch though. Like when you do switch from a dude to a girl, like it's like the Hulk is painful. Like your dork shrinks all painfully, like, and then your boobs come out.
Do I start menstruating?
And it sounds like a yes, all like out your nose before it like
if you
all
don't
catches
sneeze
up
in
to
time again to switch back, then yes.
And it's like raw, and these big boobs grow out with like that latex noise or stretching in pain.
Like, how do you explain that to people at school? Mike is now Michelle. Okay, guys.
You just know you legally change your name to something like Taylor or Christian or something.
Oh,
like that.
beard? Will my beard come and go, or does it start over every time?
Longer.
It would just move to different places.
Yeah.
Glitter and shit.
I don't want to bush that big.
It would just go from here to down there. And when you change back,
no one would
crawl back
no one would
here.
ever eat me out then.
It just breaks off. It just goes.
Oh, fucking Mike.
Or I would just have to shave the beard. Obviously, I'm choosing the sex change because who the fuck wouldn't think that's cool? Like, and I don't want to mistakenly eat a baby and go to jail. So, like, cause muffins are bomb. Like, muffins are bomb. But like, also,
this is the worst. Would you rather?
Imagine,
no way. So sorry,
dude. Imagine like, I don't know. Okay, what if you could do both? Like, what if I sneezed and I was a woman, and then I was trying to breastfeed a muffin? Like,
I'd eat that muffin afterwards. I would totally eat.
Dude, I love muffins and milk.
I have to say, I wouldn't be mad at it.
I would eat your lactated muffin for sure.
Oh god.
It's like both in one. You don't need your coffee with it. It's already soggy.
One day, Mike, you'll get a swig of it. It tastes like warm Captain Crunch milk.
Warm Captain Crunch. That has been the consensus that I've heard. Warm Captain Crunch milk.
It tastes like warm Captain Crunch milk. I'm like, oh my god, I didn't even have to eat the whole bowl of cereal to get to this small ass milk.
I'm not even full and I taste it.
Why do we know this?
Why
I was chomping on it.
No, why do I don't know why it's being compared to that milk. I don't know. It's just gonna ruin everything for me.
That's just what it tastes. It tastes like cereal milk after your cereal's all done.
So it's like, okay, cool, we're done.
I think we should go further.
I think we should sign off with a Your Mama joke.
Your Mama joke. You got a good one?
Blake has some, and it's weird that he goes to a Christian.
Have Blake pop in real quick with a Yo Mama joke.
I want to hear a Blake Yo Mama joke.
No, I don't know if they're dialed in anymore. Hold on.
What the hell's
because the one was bad.
Who cares?
When did he came in with some like beaner?
Dude, call him. Oh, he did have some racist jokes. Your kid has some good racist jokes.
Hey, Mark, we're really sorry about this, but I think we cleared it with
Mark's not Mexican. Mark's not Mexican. He's Indian. He's Indian.
We're just letting you know this might be bad.
Now you're digging yourself further in the hole there.
Everyone always thinks Mark's Mexican.
No, I wasn't trying to go down that. I was just saying, our one viewer, sorry if this is a bad joke. That's all I'm saying. So now we've cleared it. We've cleared it with our one viewer. Now go grab Blake.
I used to work with this big old bitch, and she was like, "Your Mexican friend is hot," and I'm like, "He's not Mexican. He's Indian." Nah, that motherfucker Mexican. She didn't believe it.
This is just bad parenting.
Gabriel Iglesias.
Do you have any of your mama jokes? You have any good jokes? You have any good jokes?
Tell us a good joke.
What's your best joke that's like iffy, like that you probably shouldn't tell?
Pop it in your bud, my friend.
We didn't say you had to make it iffy.
Hey, pop us out a good joke, Blake. I know you got a few good ones.
Yeah, you have a good joke. You have to look up.
Make us laugh.
For Uncle Jason over here.
Yeah.
Here, you know what? Get up real quick. I'll let
can you close that? Can you cover up your Vineyard Christian School shirt while you tell this joke though?
Oh no!
There you cover with the pop filter. That's good.
Oh god!
All right, here we go, Blake. We're ready for your joke. What's up, little guy?
I like your hair.
Oh, he took a page out of your book. He got cool hair.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. He's got the swoop.
I got no hair. All right, go ahead with your joke.
Too.
Your mom is so fat that she isn't needed in it. She's already worldwide.
One more. I need another one.
Uh.
And that's Blake, everyone. Thank you.
That's Blake. Woo! Round of applause here. You told me some questionable jokes the other day that I kind of. Do you remember those? Those jokes that were maybe you shouldn't tell in public? No. Let's move on. Let's move on.
I have a riddle for you.
All right.
How do you put an elephant in the fridge? Or a giraffe in the fridge?
That's a completely different question. Which are we going for?
The giraffe in the fridge.
How do you put a giraffe in the fridge? I don't know. How do you?
You open the fridge, put the giraffe in, close the fridge.
That's not a
How
joke.
do you put the elephant in the fridge?
How do you put an elephant in the fridge?
How?
You open the fridge, take the giraffe out, put the elephant in, close the refrigerator door.
All right.
Lion King.
You're fired. You're fired.
Lion King's hosting a meeting. All the animals come except one. Which animal is it?
Which one?
The elephant, because the elephant's in the fridge. There's a swamp and it's infested with alligators. How do you get across it?
Go around it.
You swim right through it because the alligators are at the conference.
Oh my god. Sorry, Mark. I know you're hoping for some quality racist jokes, but
Is there more?
is there more? You got more?
No.
All right.
All right,
Thanks
well,
for making your cameo,
give us
Blake
your sign
Mosley.
off. Give us your sign off.
What's your sign off? This is the end of the podcast. So what do you say at the end of the podcast?
Bye.
Bye.
That's it. All right.
Bye.
Bye. Thanks for joining us, guys. You can find us on
Bye.
Random Friend Squad. Pretty soon, we're gonna have some iTunes-ish happening.
Maybe.
Everybody's random plugs. Here we go. There we go.
Nerdy Nine Tails.
Herzra. Which apparently there's more than one now.
Yes.
I'm getting mad.
You
Talk
give a
about that next
doppelganger.
week.
Yo, your mama's so fat, she saw a sign that said Disneyland left, so she turned around and went home. Oh, wait. That's your mama's so
Disney
stupid joke.
World.
That's a Disneyland joke.
Disneyland. Disney World.
Blake didn't come with his A material then. He had a couple pretty controversial. He had some good ones.
I think he got stage fright.
I think so.
I feel
he
like
did.
he was like, oh, I'm wearing the shirt.
I thought he was going to at least open with his abortion joke that he had. But
Oh
I
my
guess
God.
You know, he had the Desert Christians shirt on still, so he was feeling it.
Crystal in the bedroom's like, this is so inappropriate.
Oh my god.
Saying he's probably doing the same thing.
This is what
Judging.
we're like, all right, then Crystal, you come on. That's what we're like. We're just like,
Don't let Sandy hear this. I'm already almost grounded from hanging out with you on video camera.
It's true. We don't Skype anymore because
Oh.
Dan's a bad influence.
ooh.
I don't even do anything.
Dan's a bad influence. Actually, I'm a bad influence on Dan. Dan's I see Bud's over there fascinated with those coupon clipping scissors.
No, these are thread scissors.
They're for
I didn't
taking
know
off
they
the
were in
threads of stuff.
See, at my house, those were coupon clipping scissors.
You guys never used coupons?
My dad did. My dad was the coupon king before Crystal was the coupon queen.
Ooh.
She's the
pass it
coupon
down.
princess.
Oh,
You don't know.
she inherited
you
it
don't
from
know my-
dad.
You don't know about my dad with coupons. That's where
Who's
Crystal
that?
got it from. Dad had a coupon book pretty similar to Crystal's coupon book.
Oh goodness.
That was so odd that he was like women belong in the kitchen, barefooted, pregnant, and 2 inches closer to the counter and all that stuff, and yet he's like clipping coupons. Like, shouldn't that be women's work and his mental, like his rationale?
We left when I was 12, dude. He had to clip his own coupons to make it.
What a sad line on your resume. Like, we left when I was 12. It's on his resume. It's like family leaves at 12 years old, and it's like a bullet point on his like life of May.
Oh my god.
There's no coupon for that.
Anyway, well,
There's no coupon for
thanks
that.
for watching this week, guys. We'll see you later.
Sorry.
Peace.
Random Friend Squad out.
Spirit fingers.